My name is Sister Mary Scullion, and I'm a member of the Project Home community, people from all walks of life that are committed to ending homelessness and poverty in Philadelphia. I think it's so fundamentally important to really think about peace as a verb and how to incorporate peace into our daily lives, because poverty, especially deep poverty, is institutionalized violence that destroys people, men, women, and children, every single day in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our city, and in our world. A report was released that said Philadelphia was the leading city for the highest number of people in deep poverty. And that is such a prophetic sign in our community that something is radically wrong, and that it is incumbent upon all of us to look for deeper, more effective ways to incorporate peace, build bridges of peace everywhere in our community. We as citizens have to better understand what the key policies are and be more involved in the political process. So in the United States in the past 30 years, what has happened is that our political system has become more about who can buy it than about everyone participating in it. The more that we become isolated and people who are low income or very, very poor become marginalized from the political and the economic system, the worse off we will all be and our communities will be. We have to re-envision that American dream where there's a meaningful opportunity for everyone to succeed. Advice for young citizens would be to get involved in the political and civic life, to build bridges to those who are marginalized and on the margins of our society, to follow your heart and your passion and your sense of justice. You never know where that will lead, but it will transform you and it will transform our world. And find like-minded people of integrity, of vision, of compassion, and blow the roof off and let everybody in.
Working with peace and justice at Project Home is a very core part of what we do. And the way that we do that in our community is really by listening to and working side by side with the people who are part of our community. The good news is there isn't just one strategy when we're thinking about how to make peace happen in our communities. We really have to look at a myriad of different solutions and ways, and thinking about how the different issues, especially as they come at us from the state, from the federal government, from the local level. I mean, there's always so much coming at us. And so we need to be strategic in thinking about how to make those decisions. And we have a lot of tools around us. It's sometimes figuring out how to access those in the best way. The first thing that's really important is not doing it alone. Right? That we really do need each other on this journey, and whether it's coalitions that we're doing work with, or whether it's other like-minded folks that we're coming together and really organizing, whether it's doing things like getting out the vote and making sure that people have their voice heard in the political process. All of those things are so critical, and it doesn't, for us, any of the work they do with the elections just doesn't stop there. It's figuring out how in an ongoing way to keep people involved in issues and bringing that work back.
None of us are home until all of us are home. I came in connection with Project Home through being homeless. I grew up in poverty, total, extreme, abstract poverty, and a lot of across-the-board abuse. Thanks to Project Home, thanks to St. Elizabeth's, thanks to Janae Miller, Scarlett, thanks to Sister Mary, thanks to these people that I allowed to come into my life. I put the walls down, I allowed these people to come into my life and show me that, look, there's a better way. Stop and let someone love you. You know, I became willing to let people show me that you are somebody. You're not that piece of trash. So I would have to say that just surrender to anyone that's caught up in the situations that I grew up in and that sometimes I still find myself in because of family situations, recovery situations, and everybody, as Dr. Maya Angelou says, all God's children got issues. And everybody's recovering from something. Whether you're in a 12-step program, whether you're a member of a church, whether you're in the mosque, the temple, whatever, use that, allow that to help you become whom you are comfortable with in your own skin. Relationships, you know, from the heart. Think with our hearts and our guts, because they don't lie to us. These things up here, all God's children got issues. And if if the police could get a look in here. So I need to say, thank God for people that are aware that, you know, part of what they're here for is to teach those of us that aren't aware how to love ourselves.